Hey there friends, Nibs again. Out here at the range today doing a little bit of goofing around, and I wanted to do a couple videos. We do have a winter storm and some rain and fun stuff like that bearing down on us, but I did want to get out here and try out these new 22s that I just picked up. And the one we're going to be taking a look at in this video is one that's actually really cool. I've wanted one of these for a long time, and I finally found one that was one that I was willing to lay the money down for. But what we have here is a very nice old Browning. It's not perfect, but that's why it ended up being in my my price range. But a very nice old Browning SA-22. This is the scope that came on it. We're going to try it with that first, but I will look in my collection and find a much more suitable period correct scope for it down the road. But for now I just wanted to get it out and see if it actually worked and see if we could hit a target with it, and let you guys take a look at it for the first time. So this one, per the serial number stamped on this, I was able to determine that this one was made sometime between 1956 and 1961. Before 1956, they did not put serial numbers on them, and after 1961, they changed the so a T in these, they would have a prefix of a T in front of the serial number, which denoted that it was for long rifle. And after 1961, they changed it from a T to a U, from what I understand. So mine does have a T, and it's 25,000 and some change for the for the serial number. So probably closer to the 61 rather than 56, but still pretty cool. I used to have the old Norinco, an old Norinco version of this, which they made I think back in the 80s. But I'm going to try this with some Aguila Super Extra to start off with. It will hold up to 10 rounds, but I'm only going to shoot 5 at a time here for now, and we'll try the Aguilas, and then we'll see if it'll cycle some regular standard velocity stuff too. But it loads from the back end here. It's got a loading port right here. It is a bottom eject, so here's the charging handle right here. You pull that back and loads around like that. But I do have a splatter burst at 25 yards here, and we're just going to go ahead, and I've not checked this to see if I'm hitting anything. Only thing I've done to any of these rifles before I brought them on camera here is just run a rod down through the barrel to make sure there's no barrel obstructions. And I did focus this it's actually not a bad little scope. It's a 3 to 7 task scope, probably from the 80s or 90s, but I'll definitely find a more period correct from the 50s or 60s scope to put on here. That's the way I do my collection. All right, it's zeroed pretty good actually. Just a little bit high. I was aiming right at that center bullseye there, so. Ooh, that one went pretty high. All right, so the first one hit right where at my point of aim. Now the last two are popping up high here. All right, so maybe that first one was just a cold bore. So I'm hitting about 4 inches high. Yeah, I'm still hitting. There, so the last 4, pretty nice looking group actually. But let me go ahead and I guess I'll not mess with it on camera here, but we'll just. So So let's try a group with the CCI standard velocity and see how that does. So this is a 1070 feet per second. The super extra is like 1,000 or 1,100 feet per second. So it's just a little bit above traditional standard velocity. So let's go ahead and see if this guy will cycle regular standard velocity pretty good. I'm guessing it will. But I don't know. All right, so I'm gonna hold this at 6 o'clock, assuming we're gonna still have our point of impact up high there. Not quite as high. Did not close the bolt on that one. So I think that last one did not have enough oomph from the cartridge to pull it all the way back. So that one did not group as well with that. I'm going to do one more group with the Aguila. Seems like it likes those. And then we'll get out of here. I'm really not going to bother zeroing this scope because, like I said, I've got some probably like a Weaver K4, still a little bit bigger than this scope, but still a nice little smaller size scope that would, I think, be a lot more age appropriate for this vintage of gun. Not super old, but it's 61 would be what, at least 65 years old. Almost, I'm almost that old. I'm feeling pretty old. All right, so I'm gonna aim for 9 o'clock. I am holding, actually I'm gonna go for 3 o'clock. But I am holding my crosshair 4 inches low. All right. Oof. I don't know why that first shot's always going low like that. Did that even with the that is really strange. Oop. That's strange. So with every group I did, the first shot was at least a little bit low, and then that group, other than the first one, was one ragged hole for 4 shots. So, but anyway, that is a pretty cool gun. This is just a first look. We'll do a much more thorough review, and once I get a better scope on there, hopefully we'll get some better results as far as grouping goes. But thought you guys would really like taking a look at my cool old Browning. Definitely one that I really wanted to add to my collection for a long time, and now I've got one. So anyway, hope you guys liked the video. Till next time, have